I'm sorry, Mr. Mandel.
It's Friday. I can't do anything about it
But I'll
until
have him
Monday.
call
No,
you
I'm
as
sorry
soon
to
as
have
he's
to rush you off.
Commissioner, we didn't take up that Dawson
Commissioner
proposal.
McMillan's
That took him 4 months. He can wait
No,
1 week for an
Mr.
answer.
I'm sorry. He's
But, sir, we have this...
When he comes out, I'll have him call. If you'll just leave your
Maggie,
telephone.
pull the plug. I gotta get out of
But
here.
your phone messages.
Any from the President of the United States?
No.
Good. The rest can wait.
Commissioner, you have an appointment with Sergeant Rupert. Been waiting an hour.
Well, don't you think you can stall him or something?
I think you should stall him yourself.
Commissioner, I'm Sergeant Rupert.
Oh, you do?
I won't take up much of your time, sir.
Well, you know how it is. Something has come up.
Does that mean you won't be able to see me at all?
Well, sometimes it's necessary to shuffle priorities when an emergency arises.
Sure, I understand. I had it all the time in administration. Of course, now I'm in investigation. I've written this proposal for new training techniques. Could I leave it with you?
Sure.
Oh, let me put my number on it, just in case you have any questions. I'll be home all weekend.
Very good. Call me next week. We'll set up an appointment.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Thanks. He's terrific. Hey there. Hi, Maureen. I've been trying to get over here all week to see you. Did you get a place to live?
Oh, I found one. Moved in and got flooded out by a busted water main.
No.
So I'm living in a motel.
Well, it's silly. You can stay with me.
Well,
Hi, Janet.
hi.
See you about 7, okay?
Okay.
I put my housekeeper on a train, so nobody will be there. Just bring your toothbrush. I've got everything else you need.
Fine. Fine.
I hope you're looking forward to this weekend as much as I am.
I'm sure I am.
Excuse me, Commissioner. Have a nice weekend. Both of you.
Stuart J. McMillan. The other was Janet Carney. Now, the door to the back was open. The screen was ajar. The windows were all blown out, almost all over the house, as you know. Okay, what else?
About these people you just mentioned. Are you involved?
Those are the people that we know of that were involved in the accident. We're checking them out.
DiMaggio, I heard the call go out.
Hi, Maureen. It looks like most of the damage was confined to just one room.
I think a friend of mine might have been in the apartment.
Janet Carney?
Yeah.
Well, they just took her off.
Where? To the hospital?
No.
Oh.
Did you know her very well?
I helped her get a job with the department.
I told the commissioner that when Joe Murchison is going to threaten somebody, he's not just popping off.
What about the commissioner?
Well, go back.
There you go, Goldie. There's the chains out.
Thank you.
Get the top pliers out. They're hitting on them.
Okay. Afternoon.
Afternoon. What's the matter with these lakes of yours? They're supposed to let go of the fish every now and then.
Where you been fishing?
Lake Kazanka, south side.
Sorry if you like to taste a little bit cop.
You know a better place?
Well, sure, I know a lot of places. I got maps. I got it right here. Oh, there you go. Look at him. Just one left. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? What'd you get for it?
Well, I like to make my customers, keep them happy. Just good public relations.
Well, thank you kindly.
But I do have expenses duplicating them. I'll be $10.
You know, the half of the fun of fishing is finding the right spot, don't you?
Well, $7. Just be breaking even.
I tell you what, in case I strike out, I'll take one of those chops there.
You got a place around here?
No, I borrowed it from a friend.
That's really something, friend. Waiting this late in the season.
You know what they say about gift horses?
I don't know anything about horses. I'm allergic to them.
Oh.
There you go. That'll be $9.52.
$9.52?
Well, the trap was $7. What are you talking about? There you go, boy. You know something? You'd have been a lot better off taking that nap. Come back and see me. How much I say the map was?
$10.
So is the glasses. Muchas gracias. Come back and see me.
All right.
Sir, I still think we ought to wait for Lieutenant Enright to get back. He ought to be doing this, Chief. All right. Our first speaker today will be Chief Paulson. Chief Paulson.
There could be no more appropriate spot than this to honor the memory of Stuart J. McMillan. Mac loved this building. He loved this courtyard. And I like to feel that he's here with us right now, looking down, smiling that smile that we all know so well. And I think he'd be pleased if I repeated a story that is typical of the man. When I was first appointed to the rank of chief, he called me into his office to congratulate me. And I said to him, Commissioner, We are going to stamp out crime in San Francisco, or I'm going to die trying. And he said, Chief, since the Widow's Fund is running a little low, I hope that's not necessary. Yes. He's always ready with wit, wisdom, courage.
They're having a memorial for you.
Never mind all that. I can't talk to you now. I want you to meet me in an hour at the Palace Motel.
Why?
Do you want to go back to administration?
No.
Do you want to stay in investigation?
Yeah.
Then meet me there. I'll be registered under the name of, Sam Stew Chief. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. You all right?
Yeah.
Smile. All right. And don't tell anybody you saw me.
Right.
And we promise ourselves that the murderer of Stuart J. McMillan and Janet
Carney.
Carney will be brought to swift and uncompromising justice.
Yes?
It's Maureen.
Come on in.
I don't think so, sir.
Why?
Commissioner, there are things that are bothering me about this.
Come on in. Now, what's bothering you?
Are you aware that Janet was only 22 years old?
No.
She was. Now, I realize that in our society, a lot of women prefer older men. And I don't want you to think that I don't sympathize with your situation.
What situation are you sympathizing with?
Obviously, in recovering from the death of your wife, you have certain needs.
Obviously. Now get to the point.
You and Janet were together.
We were clearly not together.
She was in your apartment.
And Janet is dead.
Yes.
And the man that was with her in my apartment is dead.
Yes.
Then explain it to me. If I spent the weekend with her, how come I'm alive when the man who was with her is dead?
I don't understand any of this, sir.
I don't either. Sit down.
Thank you. It's just that I feel somehow responsible for Janet. And if she wasn't with you, what was she doing in your apartment?
I loaned it to her. She told me her place had a busted water main.
Yeah, she told me that.
Actually, we swapped places.
For what?
For Uncle's cabin on Lake Agonza.
Oh.
I needed a few days to myself, that's all. Didn't think it would turn out to be such a big deal.
Then you mean you and Janet never... Well, as I said, what went on between the two of you is really none of my business.
Now I have a question for you. How could they identify the body as mine?
I guess the explosion and fire really did a job.
Didn't the lab come up with anything?
They're working on it, but they can't be sure. The man was about your size, and your car was in its stall.
Oh, I had it in for repairs, and the garage called and said it wouldn't be ready till Saturday. Will you sit still?
I'm still, sir.
So rather than lose a night at the lake, I left my car for Janet and took hers.
I guess they just assumed it was you. Who else would be in your apartment at that hour?
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Me?
You knew her?
I knew her in college. She was a freshman and I was a senior. But as to who she'd been dating recently, I have no idea. Why are you hiding?
I need a little more time. I have to assume the man who was after me thinks he succeeded.
Yeah.
If he was after me.
But... Oh.
And if he wasn't, I have to find out who he was after.
You mean the man he killed?
Let's put it this way. If the cat thinks the mouse is dead, there are certain advantages to the mouse.
Don't you think you should tell the department about this, though?
No. No, not yet. Of course, it'll be tough on Agatha, my housekeeper. Well, I can't help that. There are a couple of things I want you to do.
Yes, sir.
You got a pencil? Paper? Right.
Oh. Shoot, sir. Hi. Hello.
Here you go.
Hello, Sergeant.
Oh, hello, Chief.
What's that?
These are Janet Carney's things. She was a friend of mine, on a personal basis. I just thought if there was something I could do to help.
The homicide people will take care of it, don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Loved your speech.
Oh, you did, really?
Yeah.
I felt special eloquence was called for. Thank you. Thank you.
Then there were 3 lipsticks, a comb, a lighter, theater ticket stub.
Have a date on it?
Last November, a production at Theater University. And then this thing from Cyril's church.
This thing?
Yeah, you know, a mimeograph sheet. One that has the prayers on one side and the day's activities on the other. There weren't many of those, though.
Was Janet Catholic?
Yeah, but I don't think she went regularly.
Was there a date on the sheet?
Yeah, last Saturday.
That was the day she died.
Maybe she went to Mass.
Or confession.
They can do that any day of the week.
There's only one way to find out.
Commissioner. Your disguise.
Oh. Sergeant. Your purse. Father?
Hello, may I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the parish priest. Are you he?
Temporarily. Father Revere's been ill. Ordinarily, I'm his assistant. I'm Father Matheson.
Father? Interesting church.
Interesting churches are not necessarily always beautiful churches, although in this case, as you can see, it is.
Didn't Bing Crosby play you in a movie once?
I couldn't whistle Toodalooda if St. Peter himself demanded it. Have we met?
I don't think so.
I can't say whether I recognize your name since you haven't given one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stuart McMillan, Commissioner of Police. Father, is there any place where we can talk privately?
That's usually done in the confessional.
I'm not here for a confession. I just want to talk.
Either my office or the cloister, take your pick.
I presume the cloister is as private as the office?
And prettier.
Even though I'm not a Catholic, Father, I would like this conversation held in confidence.
Anytime I'm engaged in professional counseling, I'm ethically bound to secrecy, even if it doesn't have the same moral strictures as the confessional.
I see.
Are you here for professional counseling?
No. I'm here to talk about Janet Carney.
What about her?
You do know her.
I did. According to the newspaper, she's dead. You were in the same newspaper. Your picture. I'm afraid I don't understand.
It's complicated. Lots of things I don't know myself, but I would like to know some things, well, anything, about Janet.
What sort of things?
She was here last Saturday, wasn't she?
And if she was?
I'm trying to identify the man she died with. The one they assumed was me. Did she mention anything about anyone? Somebody she was intimate with?
Commissioner, she did come, but it was for confession. And I'm sure you're aware that I just can't talk about that.
I am. Do you suppose you could talk about what she didn't say?
What do you mean?
You could save me running up and down a blind alley.
Good point. I guess I wouldn't be violating my vows by discussing what she didn't say.
Which was?
She didn't say anything that would be helpful to you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Scare you a little bit?
A lot.
Mind if I drive?
Well, I can drive.
Well, since I'm going to drop you off, this makes better sense.
They located Joe Murchison. They're bringing him in for questioning. He's the one that DiMaggio thinks is behind this.
Oh, good. Then I can stick with Janet.
How'd you know where I live?
I looked it up in a book.
A book?
The telephone directory.
Oh.
Do you always ask such dumb questions?
Well, what questions am I supposed to ask? Like, where are you dropping me off?
For instance?
Well, I assume you're dropping me off at a car rental agency, considering the fact that you need transportation, and you can't rent a car yourself without identification. Of course, you could keep on driving Janet's car, but the police are looking for it, so that wouldn't be very smart of you. Where are you dropping me off? All set.
Here, best hot dogs in town.
No, thank you. I'm trying to skip lunches lately.
Why?
Well, I'm starting to curve a little more than I used to.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Really?
When did you see Janet last? I mean, before she joined the department.
Last April. I went back for an alumni meeting.
Did you talk to her?
Just casually. Somebody said she'd been spending all her time with her studies.
All her time? Does that sound like Janet to you?
Pretty girls can be smart.
I've noticed. What was her major?
History. Are you going out to the university?
Well, I struck out at the church. I figured Janet's my only lead.
See Dr. Winninger. She's the active head of the department.
Okay, give me the keys.
Oh.
Oh, forgot.
If you drive a car that's rented in my name and you have an accident, is my insurance still valid?
I don't know. But always keep your car doors locked. Oh, yeah. Where is the car?
Out front.
You threatened him, Murchison, and he gets killed. Now, what do you want me to do, Murchison? You want me to chalk it up to ESP?
No, but I have a better suggestion. What you can do with it.
I don't know. Somehow I think if I hadn't been out of town, this whole thing might never have happened.
Oh, Buster, I wish I had been out of town. Then we could stop all of this and all go out for a drink.
Hey, the man is a lieutenant.
So?
So, call him that when you talk to him and show some respect, all right?
Sergeant.
Mercy. Lieutenant. I'm sorry if I didn't show the proper respect.
Look, you threatened him.
So I talk a lot. Did somebody pass a law?
Yeah? Sergeant Rupert, it's for you.
For me?
That's what my secretary says.
Thank you. Hello? Oh. Hello.
Listen, I want to ask you something.
Of course. I just didn't expect for you to call me here.
Enright's secretary wouldn't know my voice from Tony Bennett's.
Well, what do you want to know?
Sergeant, is that an important business phone call?
Yes. Sir, it's, a previous case I've been working on.
Maureen, I want you to think carefully. Did you tell anybody that I was alive?
Of course not. Why?
I was tailed right after I left you.
You were what? I guess I don't understand that.
Well, I don't either, but somebody knows a lot more what's going on than we do.
Of course there was one other.
Yes, I know, the priest. I'll check on him, but first I've made an appointment with Dr. Winninger. Are all the professors out there as tuned in as she is?
What do you mean?
When I told her I wanted to talk about Janet, she didn't even know about the murder.
That means she doesn't know you're alive. She doesn't know anything about you either.
I'm counting on it.
By the way, did you lock the car doors?
Goodbye.
Just what is the nature of your inquiry?
Well, Janet applied for a position in our department.
Must be a significant one with you checking her out yourself.
Why? Does it surprise you that she would apply for a significant job?
That she'd apply, no. That you take her seriously.
I take it you have a low opinion of her.
Janet is fairly bright, fairly ambitious. Sorry, I can't speak as well of her judgment or her personal conduct.
Could you be more specific?
I could, but I don't intend to.
I'm wondering about her friends.
I understand what you want. I have given you my professional opinion. I do not intend to indulge in gossip. Have a nice day.
Job done right, or saving a few bucks. I think we ought to have confidence that the Lord will provide.
If the bank would just have that much confidence in him.
Father, you leave the bank to me.
You've got it.
Goodbye.
Father.
Mr. McMillan.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I didn't want that man to see me. Who is he?
That's Bernard McGavin. Do you know him?
No.
He's chairman of the renovation committee.
Oh. Father, I want you to think back in the last 24 hours. Did you say anything to anyone that might give me away?
Of course not.
It's not a casual question, Father. Any veiled reference, any slip of the tongue?
I'm positive. Why?
Somebody's following me. If I could find out how he found out I'm alive, it might clear up a lot of things.
I see. Well, I guess I strike out again.
I don't know whether I'm glad or disappointed. Thanks. Okay, get up. Who are you?
My name's Mason.
Who sent you? Ah.
That'll explain everything.
San Francisco police.
Oh, Enright's gonna have my butt for breakfast.
Well, we finally got a dental make on that body. It didn't tell us who he was, but it did tell us that it wasn't you.
You didn't let the newspapers know. You must have figured out what I was doing.
Not really. But I decided to let Internal Affairs have a go at it to try and find out without blowing your cover.
Well, how did he locate me?
Well, I decided that you probably needed a contact, somebody in the department. So I told him to check any officer who'd been acting strangely the last day or two.
I used all the academic procedures against being tailed.
What now, sir?
Well, too many people know. Might as well release a statement.
Right away.
And we can turn in that rental car?
Right.
Oh, there is one more thing, Commissioner. You know that gold desk pen you always used? You know, your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you were killed, I mean, when I thought you were, when I thought that you weren't coming back and that you'd never need it again, I lifted it. I mean, I took it as a memento.
Yes?
Well, I would like you to have it, sir. And welcome back.
Thank you, Charlie. Oh, Charlie, I'd like to use Sergeant Rupert for a while, okay?
I'm ready, sir.
She's ready, sir.
Good, good. I have to let somebody know I'm alive. So I'd like you to lay the groundwork so she won't have a heart attack.
She?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so glad that young people like you appreciated his contribution.
Well, I did.
But, you know, it's like his death wasn't in vain. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm trying to talk to you about.
His death was in vain?
No, his death. But, you see...
I wish he had met a girl like you in his own time.
No, you don't understand.
I understand his loyalty to Sally. Heavens knows. Life goes on and on and on, and except when it doesn't go on.
Please, stop crying. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be a little bit of a shock, but a pleasant shock.
Oh, I've had enough shocks this past weekend to last me a lifetime.
Miss Thornton, you don't understand.
Miss
Thornton. Please, what I'm trying to tell you is very hard to explain, but Commissioner McMillan isn't dead.
You know, people think it's not paying for me to go around packing up things in this apartment just because I wasn't a blood relative.
But he wasn't killed.
Sometimes it's even worse. I have to make judgment on some things I'm not even prepared for. I don't know what to do with this Dizzy Gillespie collection.
But Miss Thornton, he's alive.
So I didn't do anything with it. Nothing.
Very good.
I thought you'd feel that way. I was... I don't believe it. The little cheeks, and the little ears, the little eyes, the little nose, the little shoulders. Oh, you're alive.
Well, I guess I'd better go.
Wait a minute.
Oh, don't leave me.
Right back.
You're alive. You're alive. Oh, Commissioner.
Well, I tried, Commissioner.
Well, I do appreciate it. Stay down.
What do you want me to do?
Stay put.
I'm put, sir. Well, that proves one thing anyway.
Which is?
It was you they were after in the first place.
Maybe. Also proves somebody's afraid we're getting close to the truth.
Do you think we are getting closer to the truth?
Sure. Aside from the fact that we don't know who was killed, who killed him, or why. Just about wraps it up.
Right, sir.
Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? A bullet came right through that window, and he hit that door over there. Another one hit the mirror, and right there where I was sitting right there, a bullet came right there. I could have been killed.
Yeah?
Could have been killed.
Is she all right?
I must say, it wasn't thoughtful of you to let me talk on about poor Janet without once mentioning she was dead.
Sorry. Would you have spoken differently? Here, let me help you.
No, I guess not.
Dr. Winninger, last time I saw you, you mentioned something about Janet's conduct.
I also said I refused to indulge in gossip.
Well, I know, but, would you indulge a little? It might help.
Mr. McMillan, affairs between students and professors are not exactly unheard of.
Yes, I remember.
Mind you, I have no proof.
Please indulge.
Well, her major professor, Henry Lundstrom, I sensed... Well, no, the truth is they were quite blatant about it.
I see.
I am personally convinced that his feelings for her were somehow connected with his bizarre conduct.
Would you know what his bizarre conduct was?
He left.
He left.
3 weeks before final exams. He simply took off.
Did he get into any trouble?
No, oh, no. He wrote me a note saying that he was unable to continue his teaching duties because he was leaving immediately for Kenya.
Kenya?
To gather material for a book, he said.
Do you think he was telling the truth?
Oh, no. No. I am convinced that his departure had something to do with Janet Carney.
How?
I don't know that. I was hardly interested in the details of their little romance. It could have been a lover's spat. Good heavens.
What's the matter?
You don't suppose that... Henry, that he could have been the one. You know, the one that was killed?
I was thinking the same thing for the past few minutes.
Oh, how awful.
Did he leave anything? Files? Anything like that?
Anything. He left everything. Would you like to take a look?
I certainly would.
I told you his departure was bizarre. He didn't take anything out of his desk.
Tell me something. Would you describe Lundstrom as a short man? Rather stocky?
No, he was average height, rather slender. Why did they think the body was yours if it was a short man?
I wasn't thinking of the victim. I was thinking of somebody else. Somebody took a shot at me.
It's just down the hall. Right here. In here. I have been meaning to get someone in here to take care of this. Well, just what are you looking for, Commissioner?
Well, anything that might have bearing on the relationship.
Well, let's see what we can find.
Are these student papers?
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
Nothing in here.
Oh, here's something. Here's a connection. A paper written by Janet for his class. Well, at least he didn't let his personal feelings influence his grading. He gave her a C.
Well, seems we've drawn a blank. Professor, thank you for your cooperation.
Anything I can do.
May I take this with me?
I was just about to say those papers belong to the students, but I guess poor Janet won't be coming for it, will she?
No, she won't. Thank you.
Sergeant DiMaggio here.
Steve, me.
Well, hello, sir. Welcome back.
Take this name. Henry Lundstrom. Professor in the history department.
All right, sir. What about him?
Check him out. He disappeared last May.
Got any idea where he might be?
A hunch.
Where?
In a grave. Mark Stewart McMillan.
What's going on?
Father, why didn't you get out of the way?
Because
Who was that man?
I don't know.
He came in and told me there'd been an accident.
An accident?
Yes, he said a man was trapped in the wreckage and was asking for last rites. We're going there.
Good thing you didn't go.
Why?
Because you'd probably never come back alive.
You can't be serious.
I am. Very. Let's go inside.
Father Revere and I share this office. As you can see, he's been here for quite a while. See.
Thank you. Father, I think I may have an answer, at least, to some of the questions.
Even to why someone would want to hurt me?
I'd like to tell you about a story I just read.
A story?
About a man named Edmund Davis. He founded one of the first newspapers here in San Francisco. In 1849, the gold rush. He was one of the first to go there and one of the first to come back.
He had no luck?
On the contrary, when he came back, he was loaded, heavily guarded with a man named Kurt Schulin. Millions of dollars worth of gold nuggets, which he proceeded to hide.
Why?
He wanted to buy up the land surrounding his claim, but he knew he couldn't if somebody found out about his strike. Then, unfortunately, he was murdered 5 days later.
Good Lord.
Schulin was arrested, confessed, and hanged. Said he killed Davis because he didn't get his half of the gold.
Was that true?
Nobody knows, and if the gold was there, it was never found.
It's very interesting, Commissioner, but I don't see...
All of Davis's files and papers were given to the archives of the university. Recently, a professor assigned his students the job of doing papers on any of the archived material. Janet Carney was given the subject of Edmund Davis.
Janet? Okay, I see how that ties in, but I still don't see... How can I help you?
Father, you, mentioned the contractor. What was his name?
McGavin.
McGavin. And how long was he here?
Good long time.
Do you know when the church was built?
Yes, I do. Would you like to see the marker?
Yes, please.
What are you expecting?
If I'm right, 1849.
And you're right.
Davis was killed when this church was being built.
Yes. At least the original section. It's been added to over the years.
According to Janet's paper, Davis was chairman of the construction committee of this church.
It's incredible.
If any of this gold story is true, chances are he used this church as a hiding place.
The church?
Well, it was under construction. You probably knew every inch of the plans. Could have been a lot of places.
Are you suggesting the gold is still here?
I don't know. Maybe. But if somebody thought that and somebody read Janet's paper and came to that conclusion, that could explain. That could explain murder. Now, this McGavin, how long has he been here?
Quite a long time.
His first name?
Bernard.
Bernard McGavin. All right. Murder is a reasonable price for that amount of gold, especially in today's market. Worth over millions.
Millions?
Here, look at this. Who's he holding in his arm?
The orb.
Does it look like a sunburst to you, a sunrise?
Possibly. Why?
Davis's last known words were scrawled on a piece of paper. Under the sunrise, it said. Hand me that screwdriver, would you please? Thank you. Uh-oh. Come up here. Somebody's been here before us. See if we can get this out. Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't find any more than we did, obviously. No room to hide a handkerchief, let alone a ton of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still an awfully good story.
At least part of it was true. Father, who's behind this renovation?
What do you mean?
I mean, who pushed it?
Gavin himself. He even guaranteed a sizable portion of the cost. We owe him an enormous debt of gratitude.
Mm-hmm. What was he contracted for?
Just general restoring, painting, cleaning, rehabilitation. Commissioner, you said that man, he might have killed me. Why?
I don't know. Maybe to hold you as hostage, to force Father Revere to cooperate while he searched this church. Excuse me, Father, I've got some reading to do.
Here it is. I've checked it out on my card, so don't forget to return it. I already owe $2 in fines. Tell me something. Aren't you discouraged?
Sure.
I mean, you've discovered this marvelous story, and it's fantastic and all that, but...
I'm not any closer to finding the killer than I was 2 days ago.
Right. Find something interesting?
Maybe. I don't know how much it's going to help us.
Excuse me, Commissioner, but I didn't know whether you wanted me to be available or whether I should go on with my other work.
Come on in, Marine.
I'm in, sir.
Oh. Back in uniform, I see.
Too many people don't believe I'm a sergeant unless I wear it.
I know what you mean. They ought to design one for a police
Are you all right?
Maggie, give me Boston information.
Then you think you're really onto something?
I think so. The style of that painting is based on the works of Diego Moreta.
I've seen a lot of paintings that look like that.
Exactly. Everybody used to copy him.
Then why is this unusual?
In 1849, Moreta was 11 years old.
Then this was painted long after the church was built?
And long after Davis was dead.
So this couldn't be the sunrise he was referring to?
Nope.
I see. Well, that shoots down one theory, but you said you had something positive.
I want to go over this whole church again. See if there's anything else he could have been referring to.
Okay. Where do you want me to start? The gold is here. I'm afraid the only way to find it would be to tear the entire church down to the ground.
I looked everywhere. Inside the walls, under the foundation, under the floor.
Under the altar. We were looking under the wrong sunburst. It wasn't under the painting, it was under the floor.
You can't ask us to tear up the entire floor.
Just this section. Let me have the screwdriver. Uh-huh. It's metal.
I'll take that. I think if we pry here.
Yeah. It's coming. Davis hid the gold under here and sealed it with metal strips.
All right, now stand up, Commissioner. I'll take your bag, miss. It was very sharp of you to pick up on the sunrise clue from Janet's paper.
Very sharp for you, too, Professor Lundstrom.
Why don't we all three of us now have a nice little private conversation in the cloister? Commissioner? The problem was how to get in here and search the place. And I saw an item in the newspaper, and it was dumped in my lap.
What was the item?
Well, just a routine little news story saying Father William Matheson had been assigned as an assistant to Father Revere. A fellow from Boston, it said.
And you intercepted him?
That's a nice way to put it. You can stop right there.
You killed him?
He went to his spiritual reward a little ahead of time, that's all.
What made you think you could get away with that?
I'm a scholar. I knew how to bone up enough to get by for a while.
That's when Janet caught on, right?
Belatedly. When I left the campus without saying goodbye, I guess her pride was wounded. Her mind just wouldn't let go. When it finally occurred to her there might be some connection between the gold and the church, she decided to go and take a look. And whom should she run into?
Father, I wonder... Henry!
I'm sure you'll find this devotional inspiring.
Now I understand why you wanted to leave.
Come on, Janet.
You ran off because...
Don't you know I'm doing it for you?
What?
Honey, I couldn't let you be a party to some of the things I might have to do.
So you were going to contact me as soon as you had the gold?
Think back, Janet. About us. Can you really doubt that?
Henry, now you listen to me.
Look, darling, we can't talk here. I'll come see you tonight.
No, I don't think so.
We'll talk for an hour. Alone.
No, I don't trust you, Henry.
You don't trust yourself. Where do you live? I can come over tonight.
In an apartment. I'm staying in an apartment.
Which turned out to be your place, Commissioner.
Who was the other victim?
A friend of Janet's. Apparently, she didn't trust me. She decided to bring him along, unfortunately for him.
Could I ask another question?
Sure, go ahead.
Who was the clown running around taking shots at me?
Oh, him. Well, when it became obvious that you were going to keep prying until you became dangerous, I decided you'd have to be stopped. But it seemed a little risky to do it myself.
How do you go about hiring an assassin?
Good question. Prisons are very grateful to have the clergy around. It was easy to get a look at some of the records of men being released and pick a likely candidate. Would you believe I only paid him $5,000 down? Ex-cons are so grateful for job opportunities. That's enough questions, I think.
You really should have shaved your head.
What?
Don't you think it's a risk, impersonating a man with a bald head?
What are you talking about?
The real Father Matheson. Bald heads are an easy point of identification even over a telephone. When I called Boston and asked them to describe him, their first words were, "He's bald."
You didn't call.
Then how do I know he was bald?
If you knew that before you came here, why?
Why did I let you have my gun? Why did I literally offer you my gun? So we could come out here and have a nice little chat. But I was careful enough to remove the bullets first. So I think you better come along with us. convinced?
I'm not.
Go, Marine!
Take care of him.
Only $5,000, huh? That guy's getting millions.
Toss your gun down right there, Commissioner.
Sorry, Lundstrom. I'm taking you in.
If that gun isn't gone by the time I count to 3, this young lady's gonna get a chance to fly. I mean it!
The hostage rule was put in just so there would be no question.
What?
The hostage rule. Code 27, paragraph 13. When a police officer is held hostage, there will be no bargaining under any circumstance.
You're not gonna just watch while I throw her over.
That's right. The sooner everybody knows about it, the sooner people like you will learn never to take a hostage.
I don't believe it. You're not gonna just stand there.
When did the hostage rule go into effect?
About a minute ago.
All right.
Little more to the left.
How's that?
Perfect. What made you decide to call Boston in the first place?
Something Marine said about people not believing she's a cop unless she's in uniform.
What does that have to do with anything?
The priest. We didn't think of him out of respect for the cloth. He's the only man with complete access to the church. That's why I called Boston to check up on him.
Oh, that Marine is a smart girl.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take her out? Who gets the gold?
No, I am not, and the church gets it.
It's a good place for it.
Father Revere's dedicating a new stained glass window in Jenna's memory.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I still think the least you could do is take Marine out to dinner. Just to thank her.
Never mix pleasure with business.
Oh, nonsense. Besides, you had Janice Carney in your department.
I never went out with Janet Carney.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I still think you should go out with the sergeant.
DiMaggio?
Rupert.
Who's Rupert?
Maureen Rupert.
Oh, you mean the sergeant?
I think you should go out with the sergeant.
Why didn't you say so?
Coffee. Oh, here's some sugar.
Ooh. Ugh.
That's it.
Everyone out?
Everyone except our man. His window's on the 3rd floor next to the fire escape.
What time do you have?
10 to 6, sir. You know, I'm worried if we wait much longer, we're going to blow this whole thing. Let's go in, take Shields now, and worry about Mr. Big later.
Well, let's give it a few minutes longer. You sure Triggermundo said he'd be here?
Trig's good. If he says Mr. Big will be here, he'll be here.
Read me that message again.
Tell Mother I'm okay. I won't be acting like a dope much longer. Tell her I deserve an award for patience. Yes, sir, that's it. Frankly, I don't know what it means.
Mr. Big's supposed to be here at 5. It's almost 6. All right, let's go.
All units, this is Inspector Hines. The word is go. Repeat, the word is go.
Above your head. Your hands above your head. Come on, Billy, you're surrounded.
Play this through your horn?
Hold your fire. No firing. Wait for my signal. No firing. Shields, this is the police commissioner. Listen very carefully. If somebody gets hurt, the charges against you are going to be much worse than they already are. So come on out with your hands over your head.
30 seconds.
How many exits out of there?
Just front and back. They're both covered.
Didn't there used to be a building where that parking lot is?
Yeah, I think so, sir.
10 seconds left.
Hey, wait a minute. All these buildings connect. Gentlemen, I think we're guarding an empty building.
I'll check it out, sir.
Wait a minute, Charlie. Take somebody with you. Get your men in those buildings. Go.
Commissioner?
Should have been more careful.
Commissioner! Commissioner?
Hi, Charlie.
You got hit pretty good, sir.
I know.
I don't know what to say.
That's okay.
Are you in pain, sir?
Not too bad.
Commissioner, I phoned Mrs. McMillan. She knows. It's just been a few minutes.
Haven't they said anything?
No, nothing yet. Mrs. McMillan. This whole thing is my fault. It was supposed to be me, but he just pushed me out of the way.
Charlie, don't make things different on yourself than they already are, okay?
Okay. Want a cup of coffee?
Yeah. Oh, Meg. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, Meg.
That slug is awfully close to the artery. We better do it upstairs. Why don't you put a dressing on it, and I'll go tell them what's happening.
How is he?
Oh, he's stable right now.
We've located the slug, but we can't take it out here. I've got an OR and a surgical team coming free in 40 minutes.
Can it wait that long?
It'll take at least that long to get him ready.
Can I see him?
I suppose so. Just for a minute, please.
How do you feel? The doctor says that you're going to be fine. They're taking you up to surgery now. I love you, Matt.
I'm sorry. Gotta go now.
Better leave him out here for a minute. There's no room in the passageway. He's been given a pre-op. He should be out soon.
Check the rails. You ready?
Couple of minutes, Doctor.
They're not ready yet. You might as well shut down for a few minutes.
Yes? I'll be right there.
rid of the other one.
He's breathing okay. I'll stay with him a few minutes more.
Commissioner McMillan. He's on the floor, losing a lot of blood.
We'll be right out.
No. Just take it easy. It's all right. It's all right. Let's get him up on the table.
Just try and relax.
I told you to check the rails. I did. They were in place. Well, why was he left alone in the hallway?
Because they didn't want to block the inside corridor.
Then you should have instructed one of the nurses.
Doctor, I
I'm
guess
going to report this to the board. We're going to take you in now.
No.
Just relax.
You'll be asleep in a minute. Just relax.
Okay, get the ID going. Take off the dressing. Let's take a look at it.
No. Look close. Call Enright. Young man in the hospital. Room.
It's okay.
411.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to take care of you. You're going to be all right. Okay, go ahead.
What did he want?
I don't know. Something about call and write to the head man in the hospital.
Hi.
Feeling.
Like the bottom of a birdcage.
Hi, Commish.
Hi, Mildred.
Gee, you had us worried there for a while.
I had me worried, too, but I'm fine.
You were lucky. So was I.
Are they taking good care of you here?
Yes, Mildred, just fine.
Good. I made you some soup.
Thank you.
Ought to get you back on your feet.
Well, now I suppose you can tell us why the commissioner of police was on a drug raid. Next thing you know, you're going to be giving out traffic tickets.
It wasn't just a drug raid. The head of the biggest dope ring in the state, a man called the Possum.
Oh, hey, that's a cute name.
Do you know who he is?
We don't know anything about him. We haven't even gotten close. Anyway, he was supposed to be there.
Oh, I get it. So you thought it would be nice for the top good guy to be on hand to greet the top bad guy, right?
We've been after him for over a year. And then we got a break, a big delivery.
So instead of a large amount of heroin, you wound up with a small amount of lead, right?
Mac, Sergeant Enright is outside.
What's he doing outside?
Well, come on in, Sergeant.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi. I brought these for you.
They're beautiful. Let me put some more on.
You're sorry. You don't know how to say it. And you've been feeling guilty ever since. Will you believe the same thing if the situation were reversed.
I wish the situation were reversed.
So do I. Oh.
Sir, I just want to tell you that I'm so...
Charlie, forget it. You were doing your job, and I was doing mine, so that's all there is to it.
Thank you, sir.
Remember that the next time I burn your dinner.
Bring me up to date. Sit down.
No, thank you, sir. I would prefer to stand. I get very nervous when I'm sitting down in a hospital.
Lying down in a hospital makes me nervous.
Well, I know it sounds silly, but you see, sir, once when I was a kid, I was sitting down in a hospital corridor. And all of a sudden, this doctor comes by, and he stuck a thermometer in my mouth. And the next thing I know, I've got a fever of 104 degrees, and they've yanked my tonsils out.
Well, unless they've grown back, chances are you're safe. Sit down.
But I still have my appendix.
Stand.
Thank you.
Now tell me.
Okay. Sir, on 4 other simultaneous raids, we arrested 8 pushers, got some guns, and very little junk. You see, sir, they were waiting for Shields to make a delivery.
What about Shields? Has he talked?
No, sir. But his lawyer sure has. He's been screaming that there's no probable cause for the arrest.
Probable cause? What is this? Chicken soup? No offense, Mother.
Just make sure it doesn't all leak out.
You see, sir, Shields' lawyer was at the station house even before we got back there with Shields. That means that Trigamundo's cover was blown even before the raid. They were wise to us.
Well, that's why the possum didn't show. What about Trigamundo? Any word?
No, sir, nothing.
What about the coded message?
Well, I've got 2 boys working on it, but all they're coming up with is nothing.
Mac, you only had surgery a day and a half ago. You should be relaxing. You're not supposed to be sitting around talking about police business.
What did you say?
You're supposed to be relaxing.
No. When was my operation?
Day before yesterday.
This isn't Thursday?
No, Mac, it's Friday.
I knew I should have brought him fish.
What happened to Thursday?
Well, you slept through Thursday.
All day?
You were unconscious for 36 hours.
You're getting shot can be very tiring.
I slept all day?
What's the matter?
I don't know. You ever had a dream that you've known you had and then you couldn't put your finger on it?
Yeah.
Well, what's the matter?
Commissioner, I'm Dr. Eisner. I was the surgeon for your operation. How are you feeling?
Fine.
Good. How are you today?
Relieved.
Yes, I should think. You know, that slug was very close to an artery.
You saved the slug, I hope.
Sir, I've already vouchered that in the ballistics lab.
Oh, good.
I'm just between operations right now, but when I heard you'd regained consciousness, I thought I'd look in on you. You know that scrape on your arm? I didn't miss with my scalpel. You had a little accident.
Accident?
Yes, I'm afraid it's a little embarrassing.
Never seen so many flowers in my life. Who died? I guess if you're somebody really important, you don't have to die to get flowers.
Commissioner, this is Dr. Vale. He assisted me in the operation.
Commissioner?
What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. Wait a minute. Somebody did die. I saw it. I saw murder.
What?
Right here in this hospital. 2 men dressed in green. Were smothering another man to death with a pillow.
Where, sir?
I don't know. In one of the rooms.
You were in somebody's room?
But you were unconscious. How'd you get there?
I don't know. I must have walked. I heard a noise, and it awakened me. I know this sounds weird, but I remember it.
What else do you remember?
Two men, dressed in green. I lunged at them, fell into them, and then I passed out. That's just about all I remember.
Now, would you like me to tell you what really happened?
You don't believe me?
Oh, I think that what you think you saw was very real, Commissioner, but you were hallucinating. You had a serious wound, you were in a state of shock, and you were heavily sedated. The sedation alone would account for hallucinations.
But I saw it. Hallucinations can sometimes seem to be very real.
Look, you say you remember falling. Is that right?
Well, I'm afraid
you really did fall. That accounts for the scrape on your arm. But you weren't walking into a room. You fell off the gurney. We found you lying next to it.
You mean he was left alone?
No. I instructed the on-duty nurse to keep an eye on him, but she had an emergency that took her off her station for a few minutes.
Anyway, the shock of the fall ended the hallucination. That's why it's the last thing you remember.
It can't be.
Take my word. It is.
Some of our patients may choke when they see their bills, but we don't smother them with pillows.
You know, Commissioner, you're still groggy. It's going to take you a few days to get it all together. Meantime, I think we should all call it a day. You need all the sleep you can get.
He's right.
I'll look in on you later. One more minute.
Okay. I'll wait outside, too, sir.
See you tomorrow, Commissioner.
Thanks, Mildred. And Charlie, let me know if you hear any more on Trigamundo.
I will, sir.
Now listen, I want you to sleep tight. I'm going to be here in the morning, and no more thinking about Trigamundo. You really had me worried, Mac.
I'll try not to stand in front of any more moving bullets.
And listen, you, if you're going to have any more hallucinations, how about dreaming one up about me?
Oh, I was thinking more of the long, willowy blonde.
Well, why don't you go back to the one with the guy and the pillow? I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and tell that nurse to give you back your wedding ring. I don't like you hanging around the hospital without it on.
Oh.
You really think you saw a murder, don't you, Mac?
Yes, I did.
Well, then, as far as I'm concerned, you saw a murder. Now all we got to do is prove it. Love you.
Dr. Baldwin. Paging Dr. Baldwin. Report to emergency room. Stat.
Hi, Roz.
Hi, Dr. Vale.
Hey, Roz, what time do you get off work tonight?
I'm through at 4, and I come back on at midnight. Why?
Well, what do you say to a little dinner tonight?
Dinner?
Sure. Well, we've never really gotten a chance to know each other, and I think it's time we change that.
Oh, that's sort of like... Ow.
Hey, careful. Better?
Much.
Shall we say we'll meet in the parking lot at 5?
I'll be there, Jim.
Oh, hey, Roz, has anybody talked to you about the other night?
Which other night?
Yeah, about McMillan falling off his gurney.
No?
If anyone wants to know, I asked you to keep an eye on him.
But you didn't.
I know, but what's the difference?
Well, couldn't I be blamed for his accident?
Well, no. You had that emergency in room 440, and well, you had to leave your station.
That's true.
5 o'clock in the parking lot.
Oh, Jim? How about 5:30 at my apartment?
Dr. Bank. Paging Dr. Bank. Report to nurse's station. Stat.
Commissioner, and where do we think we're going?
Oh, I thought I'd just take a little walk.
Oh, we did we?
Yes. Don't you know that when women give birth nowadays, why, they're up and around the very next day. They say it's the best thing.
Well, Commissioner, you had more like a cesarean.
And when the offspring is a healthy bullet and the mother has lost as much blood as you have, walking around is frowned upon, at least for a week. Now, are we all quite clear on that point? Mm-hmm.
Mind their own business.
Hello, Commissioner.
Operator, I want the desk on the 4th floor, please. East wing. Yes, this is Dr. Gunther. Would you send Nurse Fisher to my office immediately, please? Thank you. Radiology.
Dr. Scholler, please report to room 428. Dr. Scholler, please report to room 428. Dr. Baldwin, paging Dr. Baldwin. Report to emergency room. Stat.
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong room.
Oh, so what? Come in anyway. Haven't had a visitor in 2 days. Carl Bruin's the name.
Stuart McMillan.
Oh, yeah, the commissioner. I saw you on the news. I thought the police commissioner just sat behind a big desk all day.
He should.
You hurt bad?
No, I'll be all right.
I'll give you 2 guesses why I'm here.
Well, let's see. Broken leg?
Ah, you read my chart.
Do you mind telling me how long you've been in here?
Like this? Let's see. 5 days. Broke it Monday.
Have you been out of this room?
Are you kidding?
Did anything unusual happen in the past few nights?
Well, a moth flew down inside my cast. Other than that, it's been your pretty average convalescence. Why?
Just curious.
Hey, you want to play some cards?
No, I really have to get back.
Well, come by any time. If I'm asleep, just write a message on my cast here.
Take it easy, Mr. Bruin.
You too.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Alec Janetta. I was your anesthesiologist.
Hi.
What are you doing out of bed?
Oh, just satisfying an itch.
Did you?
I don't think so.
Is this where it was supposed to have happened?
Is there anybody in this hospital who doesn't know?
Not many. I just got it from a ward attendant. You're the talk of the 4th floor. You still believe you saw a killing, huh?
Convince me that I didn't.
I guess I'm to blame for this whole thing since I'm the one who gave you the shot. You were very heavily sedated, you know.
It seems so real.
Well, drug-induced hallucinations sometimes do. I had a patient once, a single girl who envisioned her wedding while she was under. After the operation, she asked when her husband was going to visit her.
There you are.
Oh.
Now, didn't I tell you not to get out of that bed?
Nurse Fisher, are you everywhere at once?
Yes, including the office of Dr. Gunther, administrator of this hospital.
I think you better hop in.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, now you put your feet right up here. That's a good boy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Commissioner. Especially conscious. Home, James.
Do you know how long the man in 411 has been a patient?
Mr. Bruin? Oh, 4 days.
4
a skiing
days.
accident.
He told me it was 5.
Well, maybe it was 5.
He couldn't move around or anything, could he? Be out of his room, say, Wednesday night?
Not a chance, Commissioner. He's been that way since he got here. Sorry.
How would I go about finding out who died in this hospital in the last 48 hours?
Check the morgue records.
Oh, yeah.
But, Commissioner,
Yeah.
I really do believe that you are getting yourself all worked up over nothing. Now, if there had been a murder in this hospital, don't you think that somebody would know it?
Somebody does know. Me.
I'll get the car, sir.
I don't know why you won't reconsider and stay here another day or two. It's not as though you had your ears pierced.
Look,
No.
I'll stay in bed. I promise. There's no difference between a hospital bed and our bed. A bed's a bed. And besides, the food is so bad here, I can't wait to get back to Mildred's cooking.
Oh, no. I'm going to do all the cooking while you're recuperating.
Do you think they've given away my bed yet?
You want a plant right there.
No, I'm...
Can you do it? Maybe you can start.
Did you get that information from the morgue?
Oh, yes, sir, I sure did. There were no unidentified deaths reported at Bay Area General in the last 3 days. 4 days ago, there was one. John Doe, vagrant, pneumonia, died Wednesday around 4 p.m.
That would be 2 hours before I was shot.
That's right, sir.
Commissioner, is there any way I can get you to change your mind?
No.
Well, we can't keep you here against your will, of course. But that was quite a wound you had. I think you're making a big mistake checking out today.
Don't worry, Doctor. My wife will take good care of me. Thanks for everything.
Please, take it easy.
I will.
And now, back to search for a smile.
Philip?
Oh, what is it,
Oh,
Terry?
this is a good one, Commissioner. Listen, I think I better tell you a little bit about it and get you caught up with it. You see the girl with her hair piled on top of her head?
Mhm.
That's Terry Talbot. Now, her father is the mayor, and he's up for re-election. But she has just discovered that she's pregnant, and she doesn't know whether Mark, the law student, is the father or whether it's Philip, her boss. Now, if it's Mark, she wants the baby. If it's Philip, well, she may commit suicide.
Now I know where they get the name for this show.
Oh, gosh, I hope it's Mark. Terry would make a lovely mother.
I can't believe they'd actually show this stuff.
Oh, yeah, wait till you see the next one. It's called How Far Will You Go? People come dressed up as pizzas and ice cream cones just to get the prize of the week.
Can't wait.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Lunchtime. I fixed you something really special.
Oh, it looks swell.
You're gonna like this, Mac. Just hold on. There it is.
What is this?
Your lunch.
It doesn't look like lunch. It doesn't even look like food.
Don't be silly. That's all very good for you. I just spent an hour at the health food store, and that's gonna have you up and around and on your feet in no time.
What's this?
That's yogurt and brewer's yeast, very organic. That'll give you your strength back.
It isn't worth it. Oh. What's this?
Kelp.
Seaweed?
Yes, full of vitamin K. Very good to clot the blood.
Whatever happened to good old chicken soup? Ah, my savior, the chicken soup fairy.
Yeah, listen, the program I wanted you to see is on. Excuse me, would you please?
Mrs. Edna Marie Vincenzi, how far will you go?
All the way. All the way.
All right.
Hello? No, I'm sorry. Listen, he's asleep.
Sally.
No, wait, hold on one second.
This is a brand new car.
Yeah, Charlie.
I'm gonna blood.
Behind another of those doors.
All right, don't say a word to him or his attorney. I'll be right down. Mildred.
You'll be right down. Sergeant Enright cannot handle this by himself.
Go for the curtain, dummy!
It won't take long.
All right.
Be right back.
Mrs. Edna Marie Vincenzi.
Take your time.
How far?
It's only blood.
Now, at the outset, I'd like it clearly understood that my client is here voluntarily. I've explained his constitutional rights to him, and of course, he doesn't have to say anything.
That's the law.
Yes. Now, my client has refused to answer any questions. However, at this juncture, Commissioner, he might be willing to cooperate if we could come to some sort of agreement.
On?
Well, you know, one hand washes the other.
Your client's hands are filthy. Mine are clean.
But empty, eh, Commissioner?
Not exactly. I've got your client, remember?
Yes, but we know that he's not the man that you want. But that he might be able to help you if the price is right.
I don't make deals. Right now, your client is about to be indicted for attempted murder. And that could mean up to 25 years. And right now, that's what I'd like to recommend. But if he cooperates, I'll bring it to the attention of the court.
Well, Commissioner, I had in mind something a bit more concrete. Like, say, a zip to 3.
The walls and floor of his cell are going to be concrete for the next 25 years if he doesn't cooperate.
Look, it's...
You don't have to say anything.
Shut up. You're not going away for 25 years. What do you want to know?
What were you doing at the Embarcadero Hotel?
I was supposed to get a shipment.
Of what?
Heavy drugs. Different kinds.
The possum. What do you know about him?
I never heard of him.
Don't pull my leg or I'll send you back right now.
Okay. He's the top man.
His name?
No idea.
What does he look like?
I've never seen him. I never dealt with him directly.
Who's your contact?
A tall guy. Never used any names. Tall, dark.
How does he work?
He'd call me when he had some stuff. Tell me where to be.
What do you know of an undercover policeman named John Trigamundo?
Nothing.
We were talking about John Trigamundo.
I said I don't know anything.
Get him out of here.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I once heard the big guy say some cop was nosing around. He said they'd have to take care of him.
How?
I don't know.
Listen, you. Either you talk or I'm going to throw you the hell out of here. Now make up your mind.
What do you want?
A lead.
Okay. Sometimes when the big guy'd phone, I'd hear names being called in the background.
Names? What kind of names?
Who paid attention?
Is that all you got?
Hey, that's everything, so help me.
All right, you can leave.
Commissioner, give me a break. I gave you everything I have.
I know, including a .38 slug in my gut.
Well, sir, what did you think?
When I was in the hospital, I heard names being called all the time over the loudspeaker. Dr. So-and-so, Mr. This, Mr. That. Let me see that message again. It was right in front of us all the time.
What was?
What's the part that was so confusing?
Oh, that stuff about his deserving an award for patience.
Read it now.
A hospital ward. He was telling us where he was.
And where he was killed. That was no hallucination I had. It was Trigamundo. Shields was getting calls from a hospital.
Bay Area General.
No wonder we had trouble finding the possum. What a perfect cover-up. A hospital.
Come in. Mac. I'm sorry I didn't get in to see you. How are you?
I feel fine, thanks, Bob.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Now, what is all this about a murder in my hospital?
It's like I told you on the phone. A man was murdered on the night I was operated on. I think I know who it was. One of my men named John Trigamundo.
I don't know what to say. Seems impossible.
It's not impossible.
Of course, you know, I'll help you in any way I can. I'm at your disposal.
Thank you. I'd like your records on everybody who was on duty that night. Doctors Eisner, Vale, Janetta, Nurse Fisher.
No problem. Anything else?
Well, I might need the records, anything you can find on anybody who was associated with the hospital.
Mac, you're talking about more than 1,000 people.
I know. If you would send them to Sergeant Enright, he'll take care of it.
Okay.
One more thing. There was a John Doe vagrant who died here the same night, supposedly of pneumonia. I'd like anything you can find on him.
You think that's your man?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll get all these things to Sergeant Enright as soon as I can.
I'd like you to talk to Mr. Bruin, the man with the broken leg. I didn't get much of a chance to question him about the other night.
Okay, where will you be?
I think it's time to make my rounds on the ward for patients.
Trigamundo's message?
Exactly.
Sir, don't you think you ought to let me do that?
No, I feel fine.
The temperature feels all right. Pulse is good. No shortage of breath. You got lots of wind. That's still sensitive? Well, I'd better. You're recovering very well.
You through playing doctor?
Sir?
Did you remember to bring the photograph?
Yes, sir. Here it is. It was taken a couple of years ago, but I don't think he's changed much, except maybe a little bit longer hair.
Thanks, Charlie. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
I can't give you much help, Commissioner. I've only just been assigned to this floor.
Can you tell me which bed the patient occupied when he was here?
Yeah, that I can do. Let's see. Yes, here it is. Died of pneumonia?
Yeah.
Okay, then, be that bed right over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll nose around a bit if you don't. What's wrong with the man in the next bed?
Old Dave Duncan? Not much. He's a regular visitor around here. This time he told us he had pain shooting up his left leg and down his right.
Regular freeway system. How you doing, Dave?
Can't speak. Laryngitis.
In your legs?
It's a complication.
I'd hate to talk to the admissions people about you.
You one of the social welfare people?
No. Police commissioner.
I don't know anything.
About what?
About anything.
The man who was in the bed next to you Wednesday night.
But there's lots of people been in that bed, sir. I mean, what is it?
His hair was longer when you saw him.
I don't think I ever seen this guy before.
You saying this guy was not in that bed?
I ain't saying he wasn't. I ain't saying he wasn't. I'm a sick man. I don't pay any attention to people around here. Sorry. Gotta take my nap now.
Okay, Mr. Duncan. I'm not through with you yet. Sleep tight.
Any luck?
Not a whole lot.
Listen, he usually goes out for some air around lunchtime. Maybe you can talk to him again out there.
Thanks.
Okay.
Well, I remember them wheeling you by, and then Jim said to keep an eye on you.
Jim?
Dr. Vale.
Oh.
There wasn't anything unusual about it. I mean, if you think you have a malpractice suit against Jim or
Miss
something...
Beach, please, relax. I'm not trying to sue anybody. I'm just trying to solve a murder.
Well, as long as that's all. Want a French fry?
Oh, yes, thank you. So, you were called away?
The patient in 440, an emergency.
Genuine?
Oh, absolutely. I had to get an oxygen tent for him.
What's wrong with him?
Asthma.
On medication?
Every 4 hours.
Who administers the medication?
Whoever's on duty. I gave them to him that evening.
Where do you get them?
From his cubicle in the medical room.
So that means somebody could switch the medication, couldn't they? Giving him something that knew wouldn't help his asthma, like sugar pills or whatever.
Placebos. Well, I guess so. Anyone could do that.
Then it would have to be someone who knew what would happen if the proper medication were kept from him. Someone who knew it would take a few hours.
Somebody with a medical knowledge, yes, like a doctor.
Or a nurse. Well, thank you, Miss Beach. I must run. I have a lunch date. I'm sorry to bother you on your break.
Oh, that's all right. I hope you find who you're looking for.
Me too.
This one's yours.
Very nice of you, Ming Toy.
Don't be silly. What loving wife wouldn't want to be with her husband for his last meal?
Why, the blood hasn't eaten its way through my shirt yet. I may even make it to dinner.
Just think, if you'd stayed here as a patient, all this could have been yours and free lunches. Eat up.
Mmm. Delicious.
Very special. I made them with my own hands.
Why, it doesn't look a bit like your hands.
This is good, if I do say so myself. Did you find that missing policeman yet?
No, but it was here.
Any proof?
Well, there's a patient here who I'm sure knows something, but he won't talk. He's usually around here at lunchtime. Ah, speaking of the devil. Mr. Duncan!
Now, what is it now, Commissioner, please?
Same thing as before.
Look, Commissioner, would you please get off my back? If I had anything to say to you, I would have said it.
Why don't you let me try?
You don't know what to ask.
Trust me. Mr. Duncan.
Huh?
I bet you get tired pushing this heavy chair around all day.
Yeah, it does get pretty heavy.
Why don't you let me push it for a little while?
That would be nice, Miss...
Sally. Call me Sally.
Sally. All right, call me Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Come on, here we go.
Are you a nurse?
You don't have to do that. I'll push it.
Are you a nurse here?
Nope.
Doctor?
No.
Some kind of lawyer?
No.
You do know that big guy over there?
Yes, a little bit. He's my husband.
Oh, let me out of here, please. It's a conspiratory. I don't want to talk.
Dave, he needs your help. He needs it badly.
Listen, young lady. Every time I open my mouth to say something, I say something terrible.
One of my husband's men was killed, and he thinks it might have been by somebody in that hospital.
I didn't do it.
I know that.
By a doctor or somebody?
Yes. And there's no way of telling who might be next.
I'm going to tell you something, Sally. Your husband. This has got to be in strictest
I
confidence.
won't tell anybody.
Your husband showed me a picture?
Yes, the man he thought might have been murdered.
Yeah, well, I seen him. He was in the next bed to me. I spotted right away. He couldn't be one of us up there.
How?
Because no bum has near perfect teeth. That's how. Huh?
Wow, is that observant?
I could tell the minute I laid eyes on him. You know, when he first came in, he said he was feeling poorly. Before you know it, he's up out of the bed, and he's sniffing around. He's sniffing there, he's sniffing here. I says right out in the open to him, I says, what are you doing? And he says to me, looking for bad guys. Them was his exact words. Looking for bad guys. Are you all right? Spies. Trying to boot me out of here. Gotta know all the little tricks, too, you know.
I can tell that. Well, did he see any bad guys?
One night, he came back looking pretty chipper, you know. Fell asleep with a smile on his face, and then something terrible happened. I think he really began to feel poorly because all of a sudden, he got all laid up in the bed. He couldn't move, he couldn't speak, he couldn't talk. Then before you know it, they took him out. For more tests or something, I guess. And he never came back.
When was that?
Oh, I know. Monday, Tuesday, we were early in the week sometime. But, you know, it was like all of a sudden he went into a coma. But once he opened his eyes, and he looked right into mine, and he said, "They're getting to me." I guess he was talking about them bad guys, you know. And then he just collapsed. And he never spoke again.
Now, which doctor was taking care of him?
Yeah, no, they was all taking care of him. At least they tried. They didn't know what the hell was the matter with him.
But you did. Tell me.
Well, you see, I heard a commotion in the next bed, and it was dark. I pretended to be asleep. So, and two guys came into the room. One of them was very tall. And one guy held him down. The other guy gave him a hypodermic needle or something. A shot of some kind. And all of a sudden, he just passed out or something.
Wow, Mac was right. Why didn't you tell anybody?
Tell anybody? After what they did to the guy in the next bed? Can you imagine what they do to an old geezer like me? Besides, I was scared.
Well, nobody can blame you.
All the same, I wasn't very proud.
Dave, could you identify the two men?
No, I couldn't. You see, it was too dark. I couldn't make them out. Besides, the doctor's back was to me.
Well, how do you know it was a doctor?
Because the one guy called him doctor. I heard him.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure I heard him.
Dave, thank you very much. You know, if there's anything that my husband and I can do for you...
Oh, no. Thank you, Sally. Thank you. That's okay. Listen, I'm figuring on splitting this place pretty soon anyway. It's getting kind of chilly around here, you know. I got my eye on a nice little hospital down in Pond Springs that I hear good things about. And I've been needing a gallbladder operation for a long time.
Dave, I'm going to wheel you in.
Oh, fine. Oh, please. No offense, Sally. And you're a gorgeous young thing, but the less I'm seen talking to you, the better.
Gotcha.
Who diagnosed the death?
It says Dr. Helms.
Huh? What?
Helms is in Europe. He's been away for the last 2 weeks.
And the death certificate?
Gone.
Where's the body?
It says here he wanted his body cremated.
As if he never even existed. How could he even prove it was him?
Well, if he'd been operated on, we'd have it on videotape, but he wasn't.
Videotape?
Frankly, sir, I think everyone has an absolutely perfect alibi. They were all with someone or doing something.
What about Mr. Bruin?
Well, there's no way they could have moved him out of his room. He's no phony. He really had a broken leg. And I saw his x-ray.
He says he doesn't remember a thing about that night.
Yeah. Best night's sleep he's ever had since he got here. Slept like a baby.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. One of the patients identified Chegamundo, so he was here. And that John Doe vagrant with a case of pneumonia. What a phony that is. His death certificate's missing, and I saw a murder in room 411.
Well, sir, maybe it was in another room.
If it wasn't in that room, it didn't happen.
Well, sir, maybe...
No maybe. It happened. Here we are.
Where, sir?
Video room. You might like to watch a little television.
Television? I thought you hated those daytime programs.
I'm in this one.
We tape most of the operations from 2 angles, mainly for interns and student nurses' use.
And this one's mine?
Right here.
What are we looking for, sir?
I don't know. But at this point, I'll take anything.
Ready?
Yes.
They weren't ready, so I shut down for a few minutes.
Oh, are we gonna really see the operation now?
Would you rather wait outside?
No. I'll watch. You watch.
Just don't sit down. Oh, yeah, I couldn't make him understand me. Do you have the other angle?
Sure.
Why do you have 2 angles?
So the students can see everyone at their jobs.
Is taping a common practice?
More and more in teaching hospitals. Send these all over the country.
Can you freeze it? Okay. Thank you. Let's go. Oh, I'd like this tape, both of these tapes, locked up as evidence.
Evidence of what, sir?
I'm not sure, but it's there. I know it.
You mean you're not hungry at all?
No, I gotta go. I'm late.
Mac, you're never going to heal up if you keep running around the hospital personally conducting this investigation. Can't Sergeant Enright handle it?
He's got plenty to do. Besides, I go today not as a cop, but as a patient.
A master of disguise.
The doctor wants to see me, give me a shot, change the bandages, and I have to give him a little blood.
Haven't you given enough already?
Shh. I'll eat breakfast later. Bye.
Bye.
Wait a minute, let me try. There.
Wound looks good. You're a fast healer.
Requirement of the job.
I hope you're not afraid of needles.
Not if you give me a lollipop. Doctor, were you on duty when I was brought in?
No, I wasn't. I was at home.
Can you verify that?
You don't quit, do you, Commissioner?
It's another qualification of the job, I'm afraid. You all right?
I am fine, Commissioner. I was with my wife, all right?
Fine. What am I getting?
You want the medical name?
Does it have a lot of A's and E's in it?
About 30.
Forget it.
Commissioner, I have had it. All these questions, these insinuations from your Sergeant Enright, who does he think he is?
Just a police officer investigating a murder, that's all.
Well, he's running around treating us all like we're suspects.
You are.
I will not be treated like a common criminal.
Hey, take it easy, will you? What are you getting excited about?
Just tell him to lay off, huh? Or else read me my rights and I'll hire a lawyer.
This thing's got us all a bit nervous, you know. Look, I'm running a little bit late. I've got rounds to make. Can you finish that yourself?
Well, if I can't, I'll call in Nurse Fisher.
Good. She'll give you your lollipop, too. You know, you're not 100% yet, so take it kind of easy, okay?
You too.
I want to see you tomorrow. Will you come in?
Fine. What time?
In the afternoon.
I'll be here.
Take it easy.
Dr. Abrams, Dr. Abrams, please call the X-ray lab. O.R. Stat. Dr. Cohen, please report to pathology lab.
Commissioner? Excuse me, miss. Have you seen Commissioner McMillan? He was supposed to be in that room having a bandage changed.
No, I haven't.
Thank you.
But I did see a patient being wheeled out of there.
A patient?
Yes. One of the attendants who works in physical therapy took a man out of there.
When was this?
Oh, about a minute ago.
Where's the physical therapy room?
In the basement.
Thank you very much. Here we go, Commissioner. This is going to have to be it. We just emptied the machine.
Thanks, Charlie.
How you feeling, sir?
lot better. Thanks, Charlie. Now we're even.
Hey, that's right. That's right. You know, that makes me feel a lot better.
You can tell me the medical name of it now, Dr. Eisner.
What are you talking about?
The injection you gave me. What was it?
An antibiotic.
Like hell it was. It put me out long enough for somebody to nearly strangle me to death. Now you tell me what it was.
Let me see it. It's pyomethylane, or in your terms, a knockout drug. Harmless, but very effective. Guaranteed to work and nothing flat.
That's not possible.
Go ask the dead man down in the basement how possible it is. Now you tell me how it got in there. Who has access to that cabinet?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Doctors, nurses.
Even floor attendants.
All right. Suppose somebody switched labels. Whoever did it would have to know which antibiotic I was supposed to have. Now, how could a floor attendant do that?
By reading your chart. There's all your medications listed on it. See, that's today's date and the name of the antibiotic you were supposed to get. Anyone could read it.
And anyone could change the label. So it looks like you're back where you started from.
It seems the person you're chasing is a very clever individual.
Not so clever. He already made 2 mistakes. He's bound to make a third, and that'll be his downfall.
What were the 2 mistakes?
Not trying to kill me the first time and not succeeding the second. I want you to find out who that guy was upstairs. Find out where he lives. Search the place.
Yes, sir. Just one thing, sir.
Huh.
I insist on driving you home.
Oh. You talked me into it.
Ooh, I've seen enough doctors this week to last me a lifetime.
Do you know what he was after?
No, sir, I don't. It was over on the desk. It looked like a small book.
What was he wearing?
Something heavy.
Nothing in there, Commissioner.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Well, it looks like there's still one step ahead of us.
Do we have anything on this guy?
Not in our files.
His name is Wells?
Yeah, Sheldon Wells. Been with the hospital for about a year. Other than that, they don't know much about it.
Washington?
Working on it now.
Why do you suppose he didn't kill me?
Your lovable face, no doubt.
Well, he obviously didn't have any respect for the back of my face.
Come on. This time I'll drive you home. You know, some people would find it odd to have chicken soup for breakfast, but I rather enjoy it.
Well, I'm very glad, because I have 3 pots of it.
3? What are you expecting, the plague?
No, they were running a sale on chicken wings, and I bought 60 of them.
Speaking of the infirm, that must be Charlie now.
Why? Something wrong with Sergeant Enright?
Good morning.
Morning.
How's your head?
Which one, the left or the right?
What happened?
Did it swell up?
Oh, just a little bit, about the size of a baseball.
Sit down.
Boy, it looks like somebody tried to hit it right out of the park.
What happened?
I'm really not sure.
Have a cup of coffee.
Thank you.
Listen, to go with that, would you like some coffee cake or donuts?
Both of those would be great.
Isn't anyone going to tell me what happened to Sergeant Enright?
He was searching through Sheldon Wells' apartment. Somebody hit him over the head.
Thank you, Mildred.
Would you like some chicken soup?
Chicken soup? It's 9 in the morning.
So, can a chicken tell time?
You know, it was probably Wells that clobbered you.
Couldn't have been. He was killed yesterday.
How?
Charlie shot him.
Why?
He was trying to kill me, that's why.
Oh, well, it's nice to have friends working for you.
It's okay, he didn't succeed.
And that explains your presence at the breakfast table.
Why
right?
didn't you tell me about this last night?
Because if I told you, you'd worry. And when you worry, you don't sleep. And when you don't sleep, you don't let me sleep. And the doctor told me to get lots of sleep, so that's why I didn't tell you.
Do you think Wells is behind it all?
No, I don't. I think he was just a hired hand.
Well, do you have any idea who it might have been that tried to kill you?
Could have been anybody. Doctors, nurses, even Gunther, for that matter.
You know, Mac, you're going to have to stop running this investigation personally. You know you're going to get hurt at that hospital.
Yes, but then he'd be right there if anything happened.
We are on the verge of breaking the biggest dope ring in the state. The man behind it already tried to kill me. He's in that hospital somewhere, and I'm going to find him if I have to turn it upside down. And don't worry. I'm in no great danger because Charles Enright is with me.
Gee, I don't know about that. Between the two of you, you don't even have one healthy body.
Ow! Where do we stand on the whereabouts of all of our suspects?
Well, sir, I couldn't find anybody to swear yes or no that Dr. Vale was or was not in his office that night. But every time I talked to him, sir, I had the distinct impression that he was trying to hide something.
About Janetta?
Oh, well, like the man says. A couple of nurses, a couple of patients. He was here, he was there.
Means nothing. What about Eisner?
Oh, you mean the car phone?
What car phone?
His car phone. That's where they located him that night.
Well, what do you know? Our first out-and-out lie. He said he was home. He said his wife could verify it.
Well, maybe the operator was wrong.
Yeah, maybe the earth is flat. You said you were home the night of the murder.
I was.
The operator says you were in your car.
The operator is wrong.
Is she?
Absolutely.
Well, let's ask her again.
No, wait. All right, I was in my car. I was driving.
Where?
Just around. I often take a drive at night when I'm overworked and tired.
Overworked and tired. Isn't that a rather strange way to get relief? Staying awake and driving?
All right, I wasn't just driving. I was looking for someone.
Looking for someone. Who?
My wife. She's been, out a lot lately. I was looking for her.
Where?
The kind of places I thought she might be.
Anyone see you in these places?
I don't think so.
The operator said you were here 5 minutes after she called. Were you on your way here?
Yes. It was better than being home.
That's one explanation.
Is there another?
You could have been coming here to kill a policeman.
That's absurd.
That's what you said when I told you I saw a murder being committed. And that's what you said when I told you I thought it was one of your hospital staff.
I am not a murderer.
I didn't say you were.
But I'm a suspect.
Everybody's suspect.
Commissioner, there are a lot of good people in this hospital.
And at least one who isn't.
Dr. Price? Dr. Price? Report to surgery. Stat. Paging Dr. Atkins. Please report to nurse's station. Paging Dr. Atkins. Please report to nurse's station.
Aha! Sitting down.
Oh, Commissioner, the way I feel, if you want to take my tonsils out for the second time, be my guest.
Any news from Washington on Wells?
Any news? They've got enough on Wells to make him into two crooks. Yeah. He was in the Canadian Army, sir, and he received a dishonorable discharge from Her Majesty's service for pushing hard drugs. He beat a jail sentence because nobody would testify against him. He's got 2 drug arrests with no conviction and 1 murder charge. And the only witness to the murder fell off a roof conveniently a week before the trial.
Nice guy, this Wells.
Yeah, there was one thing of note in his Army record, sir. He worked as an attendant in an Army hospital.
So none of this is new to him. Perfect go-between. New drugs, new medicine. Let's go in here. The team who operated on me are going to be working together for a while.
Commissioner, I still feel creepy whenever I watch one of these operations.
Looking down at them is better than looking up at them. Who's that?
That's the head nurse, Miss Fisher.
Have you questioned her yet?
Oh, no, sir.
Maybe we should. Miss Fisher,
Oh, Commissioner, you surprised me.
do you mind if I sit down?
Well, I think you'd better. You don't look too well.
Well, it's nice to talk to a nurse who's a pessimist for a change.
Just a little reverse psychology, that's all, Commissioner.
Miss Fisher, I'm trying to piece together what happened specifically on the night of the murder.
Don't you mean alleged murder?
No, I mean murder. Were you on the team that performed my operation?
I was.
Would you tell me about it, step by step?
Well, let's see. First, I got the team together. And then doctors Vale and Janetta came in. They scrubbed. I tied on their masks. Then Dr. Eisner came in and I helped him. Then we had to wait for the room to get set up. And that's about it.
Then all three were in the same room, ready to go.
That's right.
Where were you?
I was with them.
The whole time?
Commissioner, surely you don't suspect me.
Everybody's suspect.
I was with them the whole time, yes.
Could anybody have left the room unnoticed?
It wouldn't be very good practice. His garments would be contaminated.
Yes, but could he?
Well, I suppose so, but as I said, it wouldn't be very good practice.
On the other hand, Miss Fisher, if somebody wanted to commit murder, he'd hardly be worried whether his clothes were contaminated or not, now would he?
No, I suppose he wouldn't.
Hello, Mr. Bruin. How you feeling?
Lousy. I've always been active. Like to walk, play golf.
And you will again, Mr. Bruin.
Sure. Hey, don't ever break your leg, Commissioner. It's really no fun.
I'll try to remember that.
Solve your mystery yet?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Well, today's my day to go out and get some fresh air. Maybe you'll help me get some sleep for a change.
Enjoy it.
I will.
So you still say this was the room?
I still say.
But he didn't hear a thing. No, slept like a baby. Those were his words.
No, that wasn't quite it. What was it?
Oh, yeah, there was something else. Let me see. Best night's sleep he's had since he got here. What are you thinking?
About a good night's sleep. Mr. Bruin! Mr. Bruin. On the night of the murder, you said you didn't hear a sound and that you had your best night's sleep since you got here. Is that correct?
That's what I said.
How did you sleep the night before?
Lousy.
And the night after?
I told you, not so good. In fact, awful.
So the one night he slept well was the night of the murder?
Do you think he was drugged, sir?
You bet your life.
You mean someone slipped me a Mickey?
That's why you didn't hear or see anything. That's exactly why the killer chose your room. No one would believe it could be in an occupied room. It's a perfect place.
Well, then how come you didn't see me?
The curtain. You were behind it. It never occurred to me that you'd be behind a curtain.
Some nerve. Taking advantage of a cripple. Dr. Gunther, what kind of a hospital are you running here?
I'm beginning to wonder.
Hey, Doctor, before I go to sleep tonight, do you think maybe I could get just a little of that stuff?
You don't need drugs to help you sleep, Mr. Bruin. What you need is some fresh air. May I take him now?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mr. Bruin.
Going down.
So long. Hey, wait a minute. I forgot my cap.
Here it is.
Pretty snappy, huh?
must have gotten his drug with dinner or in place of his late-night medication.
Well, sir, that means that whoever did it was planning to use that room.
Everything's starting to fall into place. At least now we know how.
No, a lot more than that. We know who as well. Get Nurse Beach back up here.
Can I get you some coffee, Dr. Gunther?
Please.
Show us the other angle.
Back it up.
Start it. Breathe. I told you when I woke up, I heard a man scream for help. I got in the room, I saw two men, both with caps and masks, smothering a man to death. I tried to stop it and couldn't, and that's just about all I remember. Miss Fisher,
Yes, sir.
what is your procedure just before surgery?
Well, I make sure that everything's ready in the operating room. The staff is all there. And then I take the caps and the masks into the scrub room, and I wait for the doctors to arrive.
Mm-hmm. What do you do when they get there?
I help them into their masks, and I tie their gowns.
And do you tie their masks?
I just said that.
Do you do them all at once?
No, I do them individually as each doctor comes in.
Would you please demonstrate with Sergeant Enright just what you do?
Sergeant, would you put this on, please? Now, the doctors have just scrubbed, so their hands are all wet. And then would you scrunch down, thank you. Then I tie the masks over their faces, like this. And that's all there is to it.
Dr. Eisner, is that accurate?
Yes, yes, it is.
You both agree?
Of course. Yeah, that's what happens.
Thank you, Miss Fisher. I won't waste any more of your time. I know who the killer is. Actually, I should have known who he was all along. The evidence is right in front of me. You all agree Miss Fisher helps you on with your masks. You come from the scrub room into the operating room. Now, if Miss Fisher ties the masks after the caps were already on, that means they had to be tied over the caps. Now, there's one thing I forgot to mention about the other night. I pulled the killer's cap off. Silly little thing like that, hardly worth remembering. Such a small event. But since I pulled the killer's cap off, he had to put it on again. He put it on again in a hurry to assume his position in the operating room. In his rush to get back, he put his cap on over the strings of the mask. Now take a look at the screen. There's only one man with his cap on over the strings of the mask. The head of the biggest dope ring in the state, the man who killed John Trigamundo. Him.
You're a smart man, Commissioner. Too smart.
You shoot me, Enright will shoot you.
All right. And you listen to me. I'm leaving this room. And if anyone follows me, I'm going to shoot everyone out there who happens to be near me. Patients, doctors, nurses, everyone. You understand?
Yes. Let him go, Charlie. But he'll get away. No, he won't. Speech. Dr. Eisner, this is pyomethylane, the same knockout drug Janetta substituted when you gave me my antibiotic injection. While y'all were watching the TV monitor, Miss Beach put some in his coffee, which I watched him drink. How much would it take to put him out?
2 or 3 drops.
Oh, dear. I'm afraid Miss Beach used a lot more than that. You can pick up your Dr. Janetta now.
Terry, don't you see? Whoever the father is, we know one thing for sure, that you are the mother. Now, doesn't that mean anything to you at all?
How can I live, not knowing who the father of my child is?
My darling Terry, the father is whoever raises him, loves him, takes him to ball games.
What are you trying to say, George?
That I love you, and I want to marry you.
Well, how are we feeling?
You sound like a nurse.
You act like a patient.
Enjoy the show, Commissioner?
Don't be silly. I was just flicking through the channels.
You looked awfully interested to me.
Nah, these shows really clip your wings. You have to stay home and watch them every day to know what's going to happen next.
Mac, it is just a male chauvinist ploy to keep the women of America chained to their kitchen portables while they do their housework.
Well, they don't get away with any of that nonsense with this cookie. I watch the big set in the living room.
Oh, well then, can I take the portable with me to the office tomorrow?
bao nhiêu? 160 à, chứ được phải làm một lần nữa, một hoặc hai lần nữa. Rồi kỹ năng nữa phải chụp ảnh này. Giờ thì quay rồi sao? Chưa, 10 tiếng nữa. Cần mất tính thời gian chơi game à? Trốn. Good. Not. Xong đấu này. Đấu sĩ à? Quyền năng đi. Quyền năng viết tiếng này. Thứ đồ hộ bố gái. Bao nhiêu rồi? 26 tỷ à? Người thì là 200 rồi. Người là 2 là 1 tỷ. Người là 5. Người là 5 lát. Đó, 200 lát. 2 cuộn lát, 200 lát. 2, 4. Đó, đúng rồi, 40 cuộn. Ôi, trời ơi. 210 lần nữa đấy. Một sống với à? Đúng 2 bay 2 nữa là lên 5 phút. Bay một chia xong. Bình chi lên. Bình nhé. Đúng nhỉ? Olivia, ngon có biết kiếm của đánh đâu. Máu, máu, hôi máu, hôi máu, hôi máu, hôi máu. Mày mày biết kiếm cái hả? Tôi biết kiếm sự bình linh ấy. Kia ai cầm kiếm này. À cái đai máu này. Kia ai cầm kiếm này. Rồi. Mày hỏi lấy đâu, thằng lấy rồi. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Tranh, mày tranh. Mày tranh với tao. Nhiều record á. 233 vòng. Mình bắt đầu bây giờ. Nhật báo á. Đấy cũng trừ đi 30% đó. 20% tiếp quỷ à? 100 không? 110 à? Kiểu tầm 5 quá. Để được không? Bay cho mình. Cái mình đại. Mày người rồi hiện tại wow một tỷ lắm 50 thì vào khoảng là bao nhiêu nhỉ? 2 thì 40 à? 5 thì bỏ 250. Đủ. Mày được không? Mày game 250 năm nay của ông thầy 29 này 22 3 4 6 7 8 9 5 6 7 8 9 3 6 3 7 40 à?
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইট একটু বাড়বো তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো শুন আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর বিয়েটা কর আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর
আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস এই আসো বড় এই কি হচ্ছে তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে, আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসা? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তোর তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করে 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি 12। এলাকার দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য। তোর দিয়ে সেটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না, আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আসো।
Mươi 98 à? Ai, 98 ai? Phải bay 1 thanh rồi. What the hell boy? Rồi, bye bye. Nhà đi đâu ba? Rồi, phải đủ có ba kiếm tiền 36 thì đến 80 triệu. Tăng 8 80 để quay 10 lần của chiến sĩ sinh hoạt kia. Thằng của đây sinh cũng căng ấy chứ. 37 ta lợi dụng á. Ui, thua. Tận đại. Xong rồi vào bay 36 mở cái bước lại nha. Đó không perfect rồi buồn đấy. Đó đi đây chút rồi chít rồi uống xong đấu à. Lòng rất là mở trung tàu rồi 2 lần có tới gia đình, 3 lần có tới gia đình, 4 lần 5 lần 22 tiền tắt giật nước màu này 39 tí năng lượng dấu hải ở đây ạ, theo một tí năng lượng dấu nhặt. Có cái gì? Chỉ cần nói nha. năng lượng mà nó nhiều năng lượng quá. Lưỡi kiếm uy lực. Ui. Bây giờ hút hút rồi vậy lắm à bay chỗ không vậy thôi ơi đấy tên hai con kia được hai con hút ly rồi 59 màu rồi. Phải tiếp rồi. Phải tiếp hút lên đi. Đó. Đó. Không bay rồi, không tính. À. Mút rồi. Rồi mút mình sẽ bay được 5 lần, bay luôn. Chờ nó mệt lắm. Chờ đâu 5 quả ghê. Còn cái gì đấy là cái chợ ngay Legendary của tao. What đi của tao đâu. What đi. Rồi à. Legendary đây rồi. Cộng một tỷ sức mạnh. Quát ly nữa là đẹp, quát ly nữa đẹp, quát ly nữa đẹp, quát ly nữa đẹp, quát ly nữa đẹp. Được nhé. Là Legendary của quả này sử dụng kinh khủng đấy. Ở cuối này, tất cuối này. Quát ly, xanh lá. Được. Đúng mà xanh lá thật đấy. Là poison nhé. Nhau 1, 2, 3, 4 là sẽ xịn lắm. Bên chị Watley này còn 9.000 thôi á. Đúng nhỉ, tao Watley là gì? Ui, 200k. What the hell? Lấy gì đấy? Kiếm mà. Lưỡi kiếm của bố 15k power. Trong cái này 9k 100k exit, 2k exit epic. Có gì biết à? 9k